Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into a massive moment in crypto. Bitcoin is not only climbing, it's making history. It's shattering previous highs and pulling the entire market with it. But what's actually causing this rally? Is it just hype, or are there powerful forces driving this surge? In this video, I'll break down the real reasons Bitcoin is exploding, what's next for the price action, key altcoin news, and a massive milestone Bitcoin just crossed that you might have missed. There are 5 powerful reasons why Bitcoin is skyrocketing, and understanding them gives you a real edge as an investor. Reason number 1. Institutional investors are here in full force. The United States has fully embraced spot Bitcoin ETFs, and we're seeing daily inflows in the hundreds of millions. These ETFs are being purchased by retirement funds, hedge funds, and even conservative institutions. When BlackRock and Fidelity start buying Bitcoin on behalf of clients, that tells you something fundamental has changed. Bitcoin is no longer just for the crypto crowd, it's becoming a core asset. Reason number 2, global liquidity is expanding. Bitcoin has historically tracked a metric called global M2, which is the total supply of money across major economies. When M2 rises, asset prices inflate, and Bitcoin is especially sensitive to this. Since central banks worldwide are under pressure to ease financial conditions, liquidity is creeping back into the system. Analysts estimate that if this trend holds, Bitcoin could push to $140,000 to $180,000 in the next few months. We've seen this correlation hold for over 80% of Bitcoin's existence. Reason number 3. Traditional markets are losing appeal. The bond market is sounding the alarm. With yields spiking, investors are beginning to reject long-term government debt. Who wants to lock in 5% returns for 20 or 30 years when inflation could eat it all away? As faith in bonds declines, money is moving into scarce assets like Bitcoin and gold. Bitcoin thrives on financial uncertainty. It's the hedge when the traditional system shows cracks. Reason number 4. The Golden Cross technical pattern. A Golden Cross has just occurred. That's when the 50-day moving average crosses over the 200-day moving average. This is considered a bullish momentum shift by traders. Historically, Golden Crosses precede major rallies. While it's a lagging indicator, it often confirms an already strong uptrend and can attract new traders who base decisions on technical patterns. Reason number 5, scarcity meets FOMO. Bitcoin has a fixed supply. Only 21 million will ever exist. And now that institutions and sovereign wealth funds are in the game, the narrative of scarcity is more important than ever. Long-term holders don't care if Bitcoin is $90K or $110K. They're in it for the decade. This conviction is fueling global FOMO, especially from regions experiencing currency devaluation or political uncertainty. People finally understand there won't be another asset like Bitcoin. Let's talk about a major security event in the altcoin space. Sui's largest decentralized exchange, Cetus, was hacked, and it wasn't small. Over $223 million was stolen from the protocol, sparking a sharp decline in Sui-based tokens. Here's the breakdown. Cetus is the Sui ecosystem's equivalent of Uniswap. It provides most of the liquidity for SUI tokens. The attack exploited a vulnerability and drained funds, but the Cetus team acted quickly, locking contracts and freezing over $162 million worth of the stolen assets. Despite the damage, the SUI ecosystem is massive, over 12 billion tokens in circulation. The stolen funds represent less than 1% of that total value. This didn't just affect Sui, it shook confidence across DeFi. It's a reminder, even top protocols must prioritize security. Always do your due diligence when investing in decentralized platforms. In one of the most symbolic moments in Bitcoin's history, it has officially surpassed Amazon in total market capitalization. Amazon market cap, $1, 9 trillion Bitcoin market cap, $2.16 trillion and climbing. It has also outpaced Google, and now sits as the 5th largest asset in the world. But don't confuse this with Bitcoin becoming a tech stock. Bitcoin is not a company, it's not delivering products or generating revenue. What this signals is growing confidence in Bitcoin as a global store of value. To flip Apple, Bitcoin would need to hit around $150,000 per coin. But more importantly, it's gaining ground on gold, its real competitor. As a digital store of value, Bitcoin is proving it belongs in the same league as the most valuable assets on the planet. We've just seen a golden cross and Bitcoin is climbing, but what happens next? Here's the short-term outlook. A slight pullback may occur after the stablecoin bill is announced, possibly a buy the rumor, sell the news event. Support levels to watch are $71,000 and the 50-day moving average, currently around $93,000. If we pull back to those levels, it would likely be healthy consolidation, not a reversal. Golden crosses in the past have triggered mixed results, sometimes a rally, sometimes sideways movement. But as long as Bitcoin holds these key levels, the macro trend remains bullish. And don't forget, the stablecoin bill could bring regulatory clarity, encouraging even more institutional adoption. That's a long-term bullish signal. Now here's something innovative. Cookie 3, a blockchain analytics protocol positioning itself as the data layer of Web 3. What makes Cookie 3 interesting? It uses AI-driven sentiment analysis to measure how communities interact with projects. It's built by a team with a Google background, aiming to make blockchain data as searchable and useful as web data. Their new product, Cookie Snaps, is a rewards and airdrop campaign. You earn snaps by posting quality content on crypto Twitter about featured projects. Why does this matter? Because attention and engagement are becoming just as valuable as capital in crypto. Cookie 3 rewards early adopters who build communities and create value. If you're serious about gaining an edge in Web3 investing, keeping an eye on data-focused infrastructure like this is a smart move. To recap, Bitcoin is booming because of institutional inflows, global liquidity, financial uncertainty, bullish technical signals, and global adoption. Altcoins like SUI face challenges, but the ecosystem is resilient. Bitcoin overtaking Amazon marks a huge psychological shift in global finance. The market may dip slightly, but the long-term trajectory is strong, and emerging projects like Cookie 3 are reshaping how we interact with crypto. Thanks for tuning in. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment with your thoughts. What's your price target for Bitcoin this cycle? Let's talk about it. See you next time.